Hey guys, welcome to Free and Song. Welcome to my channel. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay. So I just wanted to get up on here today because um I've been seeing a lot going on with the getting ready, get organized. I just been seeing a lot of stuff out here about like get organized. We only got 70 days and ooh. So I just came up on here just like want to know what are you guys doing? Like, is you guys taking heed to it? Is you guys listening to what's going on? Have you guys been following the news? Are you guys getting prepared for what might could happen, or even with the information of the prices? Are you guys ready? Sorry, guys. I got up on my mask. Of course, if you don't know, I'm also getting dental implants, so I'm literally gumless right now. I mean teethless, even though I got teeth, but I don't like how they look, so I just rather than have them out. Yeah, so I'm just like, how are you guys doing? Like with what's going on? How you all dealing with the anxiety and the frustration of what all is going on? Because it can be very overwhelming with dealing with everything that is happening right now. So I'm just gonna cook some tacos. Cook my kids some tacos. Yeah, so it could be very frustrating with dealing with the prices. So um, what I have been choosing to do, I've been more so plug out. Like I've been taking my mind off all the unnecessary things that really doesn't matter right now, right? Because at first I was so caught up in like what's going on, like training wise, just having my mind like everywhere but besides where it needs to be. But I started experiencing like a spiritual awakening maybe like 4 weeks ago. I could say heavy, like can't sleepless nights, couldn't sleep, like just God was trying to tell me something. So I'm looking like, what? Like, what is God trying to tell me? Like, what is it that I need to know? Or what is it that I need to be doing that I'm not doing? So it started getting heavier up and heavier upon me. And I kept hearing the word, get organized. Mama. Get what? Snack. Yeah, you have a snack. Yeah. No, it's a bar. 1 second, guys. Let me go get my baby some snacks. Oh, I'm back, guys. I had to go get the kids some snacks so they won't be all in my face. So I'm like, and y'all come down because I'm about to lie. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like getting organized, getting situated, you know. So I kept hearing the word, Shanice, get organized. Shanice, get organized. So I'm like, you know what? I started literally, something was like, start unplugging. Start focusing upon what you really need to be focused upon. So I'm like, what? So I started getting into it. I naturally just started getting organized, just started getting my house up in order, detoxing stuff, getting rid of stuff. And I'm naturally is stocking up on food anyway. I just like to stock up on canned goods, whatever. But I starting over because once I moved, I had to start over. So I'm like, oh, then I started listening to what's going on, and my daddy had came to me with my daddy passed away last year, but he was very in tune with what's going on, and he's just a serious trapper as well. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And it's like, it's a lot going on up in the economy. So it's like, what are you doing to get prepared? Like, are you getting organized? Is you listening? Is you cutting down costs? Me, I already been into the frugal business, if you want to say. I never leave my house. I'm always stocking up on food anyway. And it's really God designed to like where I'm at, I'm like I'm supposed to be at because it's been like a very good safe environment, and I planned this years ago to the stepping stone. God was been telling me to build my art, but I thought I was building to something else. But this is the time. What are you doing to build your art? Like Noah, what are you doing to get prepared for once this storm hit? Could you ride it out? Could you ride out them days sufficient? Could you survive it? What are you doing to prepare? And it's not to put fear up in anybody because I know people like, well, it's food up in the stores now. Like that is just a bunch of gibberish. No, but what about farther on down the line when it truly becomes a shortage? And the reason why I know for sure, like this can happen, because when they did that, what we just experienced with the pandemic lockdown, I mean, it was so hard to find basic stuff. Like it was like ballistic, and it's like, are you gonna get prepared for you and your kids? Just put a couple of cans to the side extra, every month. You like put $20 extra for groceries just for the side. $20 to $30. Like I say, if you got one tissue, if you go through one box of tissue, buy 2 packs of tissue instead of 1 pack of tissue. Buy 2 or 3, to be up on the safe side. Me and my kids, we go through tissue. My kids go through tissue. Like that's how we naturally go through. So just start getting organized. I say get a deep freezer. If you got a deep freezer, get it one. Create space within your home. That's what I've been creating space. Trying to figure out. I told like every part of my house is being utilized for something. Like literally every inch of my house, I utilize it for something. Either I'm storing something somewhere, or I got this and that. So now I just like you utilize my kitchen area. I made a little space for my shelves, about 2 shelves to go in my kitchen to have stock with more, goods and things that I need to prepare. If something does happen, you never like. It's not like will this happen or if it happen, but if it does happen, guess what? If it don't happen, great, because you literally buy stuff that you naturally need, and the information on flights is going to go up. I already feel that, and I know it's true, but it's supposed to go up to 15 to 20% more. And I'm already, because I naturally just restock, and I like to look at my prices, and I'm looking at the boxes of garbage bags. Like once I buy the big, I like to buy a large amount, and they went up like $5 to $6 more. Okay, the detergent that I use went up $4 to $5 more as well. So it was like, and I immediately thought, damn, if I would have knew that these prices was gonna go up like that, I would have stocked up on it. Literally, this is what we fit to experience, you know. So stock, you know, any like if you don't have to do it, don't do it. You know, if you don't have to go out and waste your money, don't waste your money on going out cook. Like if you don't have to cut habits. Like God had got me organized last year because I'm like, you know what? I need to be up in my budget range, and that was one of the main reasons why I stopped smoking pot. Like I used to smoke pot heavily. Like I used to smoke so much pot, but I'm like, you know what? I am entering a season where I need to save my corn. I need to save my bacon. I need to save any places where I can save, I'ma save. And anything places where I need to spend, I'ma spend. Now I spend healthy wise. I spend upon things that I need, water. You know, I stock up upon, you know, things that I know I'ma need. Things things that I know ran out when we was upon lockdown. Like water. I mean, water was hard. Tissue was hard. Soap was hard. The soap I used, it was so hard to even find the stuff. Like I would keep going to the store and they would never have it. The kind I use, like I use a certain type of soap, and I'm like, it's really not a certain. It's like it's really like down yellow soap. That's the soap I use, and they oh my god, like they wouldn't have that stock up for a week. So when they finally did, it'll be like almost gone. Even with the tissue, I would keep going back for the tissue, and they be like, "Oh, well, we did have stock, but they already." I'm like, and I would ask them, "What day is y'all coming in?" And I would come up on the day, and by the time I come, which will be early, they'll be already gone. So I know it could get really hectic with the information, but I don't think it's gonna be like you can't find nothing type of situation. Maybe upon certain products, it will be hard for you to find things and whatever. But like I said, I am gonna also do a video for people who stay up in apartments like me and y'all like, but I'm not up in the country. I don't have my own farm. I don't have my own house to garden. How could I make myself still self sufficient? How could I don't have space up in my house to do those things. So I'm gonna help you guys out upon ways and tips and tricks that I have myself always storing where I want to have stuff all over the place. It's still neatly organized. So that is a big part of it. Get definitely organized. Bills. Like if you have anything to pay out, get the paying up on them bills, okay? Because this is the season that you want to pay everything out. I'm telling you, God was already dealing with me last year. And I see this woman up on YouTube, and she just hit home with me with what she was saying, where her situation, how God was naturally preparing her for now. And it's crazy because I am the same way. Like, I knew I had to get up in alignment. I knew I had to get up in order. I knew I had to become organized where if something were to happen, I could still be maintain my lifestyle and still be able to get shit done. So I was just naturally come back. I just naturally started fixing my credit, paying off my debt. You know, I was just very obedient, and that was what she was saying, like how she had got convicted, and it's true. Like that is even how I start getting organized now. Like I just woke up, the spirit had been upon me for 4 weeks straight, Like I was worrying about things that wasn't even in my present, things that wasn't even doing anything for me right now. That's what had my mind. It was everywhere but what it needs to be. God likes me to get focused, get organized. So I'm like, you know what? I started being in tune with stuff. I'm just looking, I'm like, ooh, I need a farm stand. That's something I have always wanted. And I saved up enough money to get it. So I'm like, you know what? While I got the money, even though my left side of my brain saying, girl, you do not need that. You could be spending that money somewhere else. My right side of the brain saying, listen, you gonna need this. Start planting, start doing some type of farming where you can at least grow your own food. And with the farm stand, the reason why it is so awesome, the reason why a farm stand is so freaking awesome right now is because you get to grow inside your home, outside your home, up on your patio, up on your balcony, up in your backyard. You don't have to have your own house, have your own little space for a garden. You know what I'm saying? You can do that in your home, outside your home. You can still grow and plant your own leaves, fruit with your farm stand. So this is a new transition because the world is literally naturally going green. And that's really what Mother Nature wants, for us to go back to its originally source, to its organicness of the land. And anything that's not of the land will perish. So I am literally, I'm being organized. No, I'm doing everything that God is telling me to do. I'm being very obedient about. And people might look at me like she is doing too much. Nothing is gonna happen, but I bet you I be organized. And each time God told me to prepare, it was for a reason. It was for a reason. So my goal is just to get you inspired to get out there. Because the worst thing you don't want is for you not to be organized. Then you going to such and such house, but you upset with such and such if she don't want to share her little food that she has. You know, because you could have been getting organized, you could have been prepping. Now you, especially if you got kids, now you hungry. And it's like we just thinking about how we being wasteful with our money. A lot of us just waste our money. If you can buy loose squares, it's not to judge you, yellow, live your life. But if you can buy loose squares, a beer, all these things that's not going to help you up in your future. What's wrong with putting aside $20 to help that? And I understand that a lot of us is thinking for the moment, but we have to think for the bigger picture. Because the zombie apocalypse is fit to happen, and I keep telling people that we already been in zombie apocalypse, but it's really fit to get it's fit to get real out here. During this time, you have to stay prayed the fuck up. I got my altar. I got my ancestors. I got my ancestors. No, I know. With them, I'm always be protected. But we is living up in scary times right now. Very, very, very much so scary times right now. So it's like get organized, get structured, start that business, start that at home business because a lot of business is going out. And me too, like I'm leaping, I'm taking faith, I'm fit to really start, now that I got this up in order, I'm able to do a little more because I'm almost done with a lot of organization up in my household, and that was my main focus was get my household up in order. Get up in order so when shit hit the fan, I can be organized, I can be structured, and I can know how to move. Okay? I'm gonna actually come back and make a video on how I got my household structure once I finish putting everything up and get things organized. And I bought These right here was really good. Like I got a couple of these. I don't know if you can see, but these are like airtight jugs, and it can fit 40 pounds worth of flour or rice or whatever. So it can put 40 pounds up in here. So these are good things to invest in jugs. Airtight. They also got the Marler bags. So you might want to invest in something like that too. Which those are even better because they got bags that hold up to 5 pounds as well. So yeah. So get organized. Let's get structured. Let's do this, and let's just get organized. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. See you all. Peace and love. Take care, guys.